Hello everyone, we're going to be doing a fun little stream. I want you to ask me your health question. I know a lot of you said mental health, nutrition, here we go. No, multivitamin is more than sufficient. Make sure that she just has a well-balanced diet. Ugh, I don't like using the word diet. Well-balanced plate. Make a fist. That's the size of carbs that you should be having. So rice, bread, pasta, open your hand. Palm, think palm is P for protein. That's the size of protein that you should be having. Beans, chicken, and then the rest of your plate is vegetables, fruits and vegetables, unlimited fruits and vegetables. And whenever I have kids who come in, I'm like, what's your favorite? Do you eat fruits and vegetables every day? No, I don't like fruits and vegetables. Oh, okay. What's your favorite fruit? Oranges, watermelon, grapes. I'm like, great, awesome. And then they say, what's your favorite vegetable? Broccoli, spinach. I'm like, awesome. They just don't understand. They hear them together and they're like, ew, gross. But you break them up for them one by one and they're new children. I think what's really important to remember is that, one, you are in charge, so you don't have to listen to what the doctor says. So I think that'll help quell any fears. And you should probably go and just get checked up because they can take some blood work and just make sure that everything on the inside is going well, and that will help quell any anxieties. What I do want you to think about also is that if you don't go, we don't want to be missing anything that could be brewing. The earlier that we catch things, and medicine has really just exploded. Oh, I got a criminal one. I'm like, Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah, right. Boom. So that's what I would recommend. That just be mindful that we don't want to miss anything. And the faster that we catch things, the healthier it will be for you. Oh, that's a great question. I worked with a lot of children with autism or autistic children. I'm changing that language. My own vocabulary. How to help him at home. I think the main thing is to let him know that he is loved and he's special and that he is normal, though he may be neurodivergent or he might be atypical in how he processes the world, which is okay, but he is normal because he's alive, and that's beautiful. In terms of how he's going to interact with people at school, I would inform the teachers and have them maybe do a class on what it's like to be autistic, and maybe show, there's a great short from Pixar called Loop, and it shows the perspective of someone with autism, and I reacted to it on YouTube just to walk you through what elements of autism are accurate in that short. It's a very good short, and poor eye contact, difficulty with speech and with communication and understanding sarcasm, and to have the teacher normalize it so that the students can normalize it, because I think a lot of the inward trauma comes from bullying, and bullying in general is just a huge topic that it's another topic I want to talk about, bullying. Is there a family history of it? Is there a lump on one side? Is there a lump on both sides? And is the lump, does it change with your menstrual periods? If so, then it's likely just fibrocystic changes, which are common for periods, especially since you're in your 20s. Those are questions I would have asked you if you're my patient. That's a really good point. Adopted children is really difficult because you don't know their genetic predispositions based on family history. So what I would recommend is that I probably have to do some more research on it. Like for vaccine status, you could check some titers of some things, look for some conditions that would be common in that ethnic group versus that genetic makeup. You can always do like a 23andMe and find out what they're at risk for. It's a really good question. We can talk about sleep hygiene. So you want to make sure that all lights are off, that it's a dark room. You want a nice cool temperature, that any window shades have been drawn, and that also there are no TVs in the room. So you want to make sure that the room is quiet and dark and low stim. And then you also want to make sure that you don't use any devices before bed. No phones, no TVs, no screens, at least 2 hours before bed. The reason why is because these phones have blue light in them, and the blue light makes us think that it's time to be awake. And so if you just use your phone and put it down and try to go to sleep, your brain's like, what are you doing? We were just in sunlight because we saw blue light. So now we need to be awake. That's usually the first step before we start introducing medicine. You've been watching me for an hour? Aw. Wait, that's not good. You should go to sleep. I've been prioritizing my sleep this year because it's been the thing that I cut out the most for Dr. Disney and for creating my videos and for meeting with my team and everything. And I told them at a meeting recently, I said, guys, I love y'all, but none of us have been healthy with our sleep. And you prioritizing your sleep is the most important decision you can make for your health in 2023. I'll tell you why. Because sleep deprivation leads to slow metabolism, irritability, depression, anxiety. It is the worst thing for you to be sleep deprived. Your brain is literally not working. Do you know why? Because when you sleep, what happens to your brain is that it has cerebral spinal fluid floating around. Fancy word. Just means like the fluid that is coating the brain. And when you go to sleep, what that fluid does, it like washes through your brain and will take all the toxins. Why? Because your cells are hard workers. And when they're done for the day, they need someone to come by and take all the garbage out of the garbage cans. So when your cells are done for the day, someone comes by and takes all the gunk and the toxicity and the trash that they made and all the waste, and it washes it out of your system. But when you don't sleep long enough, the CSF, the cerebral spinal fluid, doesn't have any opportunity to go wash all that out, so you end up building up waste in your brain, and so you end up feeling foggy. Yeah. I don't even listen to my own advice, though. I need to be so much better about my sleep. And as always, remember that you are loved, you are special, and go be magic. Come in for an internet hug, everyone. I love you so much.